So I've done a few videos about why I watch channels, not just fish channels but other channels as well. I don't do so many of those now because I watch a lot of political channels. I do still watch fish channels when I can. I usually binge watch them. I might not watch them for like a month and then I'll sit and watch quite a few in one day. Now, I thought I'd do something quick about why I stopped watching fish keeper channels, and I have done that to quite a few of them. My biggest reason to stop watching a fish channel is seeing somebody who I've watched for a long time get quite a few subscribers, and then suddenly their whole view of fish keeping changes. Buying lots of tanks, buying lots of fish. What I was watching them for, which is good advice and things like that, seemed to go out the window. There's several reasons that I get really annoyed, and that is watching people saying, well, I'm going to buy my most wanted fish ever. This is my favourite fish. I've always wanted to own this fish. And they go out and they buy it, and we see them set up the tanks full of their favourite fish ever. And I might not see them for a couple of months and go back and think, oh, I'll have a little bit of a binge watch. And that favourite fish is gone because for some reason it was wrong. They've got to do a tank full of another different fish, and those fish have gone off to friends or whatever. Now, there are reasons why you can't keep your fish. I think there's some very good reasons. You buy a fish that's way too big for your tank, so at some point you may have to rehome it. You become sick and you can no longer take care of your fish. You're moving house and maybe it's not big enough to take your tanks. You don't want your fish to have to travel that far when you move house, so you find them a home nearby. All really good reasons, but there is no good reason to just get rid of fish to make room for new fish just for views. I've got some fish here that are quite difficult to care for because they're not very sociable. I have 2 female rainbow fish in another tank. They are quite aggressive, but I still found a way of keeping them best I can. They're fish, they're part of the family. Well, they are in my house. Most of my fish tanks are in this little area, so I see my fish all the time. And I don't think that there's something you can just get rid of because suddenly they're not the fish of the month and other people are getting a new fish, so therefore you have to get a new fish. No. Your videos may get what you think a little bit repetitive, but a lot of people do like to see how the fish are getting on. I've got a very small Instagram account, and Victor's quite popular on there. People like to know about him. So I haven't done anything about that account, I must admit, for a little while, but there are things. We don't get bored seeing certain fish. We do like to see fish that perhaps we can't keep because they're too big or they might be a little bit more complicated. So I don't think that you should worry that you have to keep on changing your tanks because people get bored. People turn off because they're fed up of seeing you make tank after tank after tank, and then those fish just disappear. You have to do another tank full of different fish. It's not educational, it's not anything. You can't give any excuse for anything like that. You really do have to put more effort into the fish you already have. I could watch videos about people who keep rainbow fish, and I might watch the same kind of videos they put out, problems they've come around because of keeping them. There's always interest in just being a normal fish keeper, keeping normal fish, and we don't need for you to go out, empty your tanks, give the fish away every 3 or 4 months and do it again. Anyway, here's my tank today. As you can well see, I've not got as many guppies as I used to have. There are still quite a lot of them in the plants at the back, picking up the last of the food they've just been fed. Now to me, I'm quite comfortable with this amount of fish. I don't plan to buy any more fish for this tank unless it is neon tetras. I would like a nice school of those in here. Anyway, I don't know what other people feel. Do you feel that when people suddenly have a lot of subscribers that they just let go of the reason why you kept fish in the first place?